Hi guys, you can come in a bit closer. We'll be doing the auctions in the front over here. Thank you. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the team at Buxton Real Estate, welcome to the auction of Unit 1, number 33, Ashley Street in Box Hill North. For those of you who don't know me, Kelvin Chen is my name. Also the listing agent alongside Chen, who has been working tirelessly throughout the entire campaign. We also have my colleagues here today, Stephen, Wen, Demi, Kaylin, here to assist you with any questions throughout the auction process. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the vendors for entrusting us with the sale of the beautiful family home behind us. To the neighbours in the crowd, thank you for coming and for making Ashley Street one of the best parts of Box Hill North to live in. To the bidders in the crowd, thank you for coming, and I wish you all the best in the bidding procedure. We also got bidders bidding online today as well. Some of you have been registered. Stephen will be holding the camera here on my left hand side. And to the one lucky buyer, we congratulate you in advance on your astute purchase. Also, we've got Jordan here from Auction Reporters for those people that are watching on live stream on Auction Reporters Facebook page, and also the Buxton Box Hill Facebook page as well. Behind us, this auction, ladies and gentlemen, auction rules have been made available before commencement of the auction. We prohibit false bids for information disruptions by bidders, attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides fines for misconduct. And last but not least, when this paperwork hits my hand and this property is deemed sold, I'll absolutely take no late bids and offers beyond that point. If you're successful here today, all that I require from you is a little 10% deposit of the full purchase price, and the settlement time, you pick the time frame that suits you best. But the sellers have been quite flexible here today, anywhere within the vicinity of 30 through to 120 days, unless prior arrangements have been made with you beforehand. In the instance where you're bidding against vendor bids, you have two options. Do not bid against the highest vendor bid, which means that you decrease your chances of being successful here today, as we'll get to negotiate with multiple parties afterwards, as you can see here today. On the positive flip side, however, is that if you do bid against the highest vendor bid, you own yourself the exclusive right to negotiate with the sellers, and to statistically speaking, you increase your chances of being successful here today. Behind us, ladies and gentlemen, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double garage, near brand new, built in 2019. And at the front of the block, so you've got street frontage, your own front garden as well, ladies and gentlemen. Finishes and fixtures throughout the home, you know it's the finest. You've got European appliances such as Miele and Bosch appliances throughout. Floorboards, polished floorboards throughout, expansive living and dining areas. You also got an undercover alfresco area, and my favourite part of the home is the wraparound deck. You also got master bedroom with ensuite walk-in robes upstairs and downstairs, perfect for that intergenerational living, so you can have your parents downstairs, kids upstairs, and yourself upstairs as well. Stone kitchen as well, and as I said before, one of the best locations in Box Hill North. One of the major selling points here today is the school zone today, ladies and gentlemen. Box Hill High School Zone. Send your kids to one of the top 10 government secondary schools in Victoria. No need to send them to private schools. Think about how much private schools fees you'll save every year sending them to Box Hill High. Kirramil Primary School just down the road as well. Springfield Park, and of course you've got the shops on Kirramil shops. You've got all the fast food outlets as well, McDonald's, Red Rooster and Subway. And also Rubik's Cafe, one of the best cafes in Melbourne as well. Petrol station just around the corner. North Blackburn shops, Blackburn High as well. So ladies and gentlemen, locations second to none. Public transport, buses on Middleborough Road, Dorking Road, Station Street. Train stations are serviced by 3 in close proximity. Blackburn, Laburnum, Box Hill. Trams in Box Hill as well, taking you to anywhere that you need. So enough from me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble. I'll kick it over to you now. Ball's in your court. Who would like to get this auction started?
1 million.
When opening bid, opening offer, beat me to it. $1 million now. Welcome to the bidding here at $1 million on my right hand side. And I wish you all the best in auction procedure here today at $1 million now on my right. And $1 million now on my right hand side. Any bidders online as well?
105.
105. Welcome to the bidding here, man. $1,050,000. Escalating proceedings here with a $50,000 increment here. And man means business with arms crossed over here, standing next to Carlin. At $1,050,000 now. Back against you, Demi and Gina. What do you say now? At $1,050,000. Susan's holding the bid here at $1,050,000. At $1,050,000. 1.1. Bang. At 1.1. Straight back at you, man. What do you say? May I suggest 150 to knock out the competition here today at $1.1 million now on my right hand side.
1.1.
1.1 here already. You can't go backwards or sideways. I wish I had more properties like this for sale.
1.12.
1.12, one back in front. Good to see you, ma'am. At 1,120.
1,150.
50 bands, 50 straight back at you. 30,000 increment on top of that. Carlin at $1,150,000 now on my right hand side at 1,150. At $1,150,000 now. Try another 20, man. May I say? At 1,150 now. 1,150 on my right hand side. And if
1.2.
1.2 bang at $1,200,000 now. Good knockout offer here at $1,200,000. At $1,200,000 now. Carlin's holding the bid here at $1.2 million at 1.2. At $1,200,000 now, back against you, Demi, on my right hand side at 1.2. And any bidders here in the crowd, here's the time to jump in and not back down. It's on the market and selling. You heard it from Jim first at $1,210,000 at 1,210. 10 back against you, Carlin, on the market and selling at 1,210. At $1,210,000 now on my right hand side. At $1,210,000 now.
1.23.
1.23. At $1,230,000 now. Bang. At 1.23. At $1,230,000.
Another 10.
10, 40 back against you, man. 50 miles saying go straight to 1.3 maybe. Cheeky. Side note at 1.2.
1.25.
1.25 bang. At 1.25 as the doors just closed behind me at 1,250,000. At 1,200,000. Another 10, 60 straight back at you at 1,260,000. At $1,260,000 now. 1.3 bang at 1.3. Good bidding here, folks. That's how you purchase prime real estate in Buxton North. 5,000, 1.305. At $1,305,000 now on my right. At 1,305. At $1,305,000 now on my right hand side. 1,305. What do you say? Maybe 1.4. At 1.305.
5,000.
What? 06. How much over here?
5,000.
11. 1,311 now. 1,311 back against you, Jim. At 1,311. At $1,311,000 now. Demi as well. At 1,311. Holding the bid, holding the keys to this fine property behind us here today, which you have all driven here with intention to bid and purchase. Another 415. 1,315. At $1,315,000. Testing my addition here today at 1,315. At $1,315,000. Stephen, haven't heard anything from you today. Online bidders, what do you say? I saw at least 6 people on the Zoom call here today at 1,300,000. 1.32. It's good to see you at 1,320. At $1,320,000 now on the right hand side. Another 525. 1,325. At 1,325. Carlin, what do you say? 1,325. At 1,325 here on the right hand side. Demi's holding the bid at 1,325. At $1,325,000 now. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? At 1,325. At $1,325,000 now. No lady. 28. 28. What do you say, Carlin? 30, may I say? At 1,328. At $1,328,000. Another 230. 1,330 beats you to it. At $1,330,000 now. As the wind comes in, the auctioneer gets a little bit cold, but getting a bit excited as well. At 1,330 now. Bids keep going up at 1,330. At $1,330,000 now. In or you out now? Got to let me know now, ladies and gentlemen. 32. 32. Back against you.
35.
35. 1,335 now. At $1,335,000. At 1,335. Let's try 40. May I say at 1,335. At $1,335,000 now. As I said before, ladies and gentlemen, once the hammer comes down, the property has been knocked down, it will be deemed sold, and there'll be no late bids, no late offers, and you'll be back onto the market competing with more buyers, as you can see here today, at $1,340,000. Good bidding here, sir, at $1,340,000. At $1,340,000 now. 50
One.
gets you 141 at 1341. At $1,341,000 now. Haven't heard anything from you in a while, Carlin. I'd love to see you get back in front since you've been with me since the beginning. At $1,341,000 here on my right hand side. 42 on my right. At another 143 at 1343. At $1,343,000 now. Holding the bid here is Demi at 1343. At $1,343,000. What, Gloria, what do you say? Let's get back in front.
44.
44. At $1,000,000.
Another
145. At 1345 now. 50 to get you back in front at 1345. At $1,345,000. The ones don't seem to be working. My recommendation would be to go up in a stronger increment. 46 at 1346, but no one ever listens to the auction here. At 1346. At $1,346,000. Another two. Thank you, Damien. 1348. Switching up the strategy here with a $2,000 increment at 1348. At $1,348,000 now, Jim. What do you say? At 1348. Let's go back
49.
up in twos. At 1349. At 50 straight back at you. At 1350 now. At $1,350,000. All the fun and excitement is happening on my right hand side. Left hand over here. What do you say? Any buyers here on the left? Here's your time to jump in. And Carlin, what do you say? You're still there, which indicates to me that you still have interest in the property at 1350, 1355. At $1,355,000 now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the bids in quicker before the heavens open up and pour down rain on us at 1355. At
$1,358,000.
58, 1350. I thought you were going to give me some knockout offer. At 1358, at $1,358,000. I thought you were going to say 1.4. At $1,358,000 now, back against you, Jim. What do you say? At $1,358,000 now. At 1358. At 1358, Jim, what do you say? For those of you that have just joined us, there's been 3 people competing for this property here today. We started the bidding today at $1 million, and we're at $1,358,000, 1360 now. And you heard it from Jim first at 1360 now on my right hand side. At $1,360,000 now. What do you say? Calculators has been pulled out here. Everyone is stretching the limits at 1360 now. At $1,360,000 now. As I said before, heavens are pouring on us now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the bids in quicker. At $1,360,000. We wouldn't want to ruin that fine hair of yours, Demi. At $1,360,000 now. At $1,360,000 now. What do you say? At 1360. Another 262. At 1362. You saw how long it took for them to get the bid out there, ladies and gentlemen. So everyone is definitely stretching the limits. So the next bid could purchase Unit 133 Ashley Street in Box Hill North here at $1,362,000 now on my right. Seeking instructions here on the phone on my right hand side at $1,362,000 now. At $1,362,000. I think another increment could do it here. 1365. Or just go 138, lucky number 8.
63.
1363 at $1,363,000. Every bid counts here, ladies and gentlemen. I know it hurts the pockets, but every bid counts, and you could move in 30 to 120 days here today. Another 265 at 66, I think. 65 back against you, Jim, at $1,365,000. Confirming the bid here, 1365, and back against you, Jim. What do you say? Trying to escape the rain here now at 1365. At $1,365,000 here on my right hand side at 1365. Jim, can I see a 70 here? A knockout offer, a $5,000 increment, may I say? At $1,365,000 now on my right at 1365. At $1,365,000, another $1,000 increment. It's only $3,000 on top of your previous bid here today, sir. At $1,365,000, $3,000 increment here today with interest rates at 3%. Let's do the calculations, ladies and gentlemen. Only an extra $90 a year in extra interest repayments at $1,365,000 now on my right. At $1,365,000 now. Don't miss out on the property here at 1365. If you miss out today, you'll be back onto the marketplace looking for more homes. But we're going into a winter period for real estate, and we all know real estate industry is a seasonal industry, and there's only really stock in autumn and spring. At $1,365,000 now. You sure you want to wait until the end of the year to purchase your home, where you can purchase today and move in anytime you want at $1,365,000 now. At $1,365,000 now. Going to call it 3 times now. Can't hold the bid for much longer, sir. In are you out now? Got to jump back in. Let me know now. At $1,365,000 now. First call, 66 at 1,366. Some say it's a lucky number, some say it's unlucky. At $1,366,000 now. Back against you, Demi. What do you say? I've got my umbrella, so please get your bids out quicker. Another one, 1,367. At $1,367,000 now, Jim. What do you say? At 1,367. At $1,367,000 now. Let's go 70 to round us up. I love to deal with round numbers here. At 1,367. At $1,367,000 now on my right hand side, Jim. What do you say? At $1,367,000 now. 70 could see that knockout offer, and you can move in straight away, as I said before. At $1,368,000, 1,368. At $1,368,000 now on 1,368. At $1,368,000 now. What do you say? At 1,368. I'm going to stand under here. I'll stand under the porch at 1,368. At $1,368,000 now. 68. Confirming the bid. I think Jim's buys holding the bid here. Gloria at 1,368. At $1,368,000. At 1,368. Back against you, Demi. What do you say now? At 1,368. At $1,368,000 now. At 1,368. Holding the bid here in the back.
Another 2.
Another 2, 1,370 got there in the end. At $1,370,000, Stephen, any bids from online? Now's the time to bid. At $1,370,000, can sell the property at any moment here now. At 1,370 now. At $1,370,000 now. In or you out now? Gonna let me know now over the top here. What do you say, guys, ladies and gentlemen? At 1,370 now. At $1,370,000, let's round it up to 1,380. Lucky number 8. At $1,370,000 now, Jim. What do you say? At 1,370 now. In or you out now, Jim? At 1,370 now. At $1,370,000, you want to forego this prime opportunity in Box Hill North and back onto the marketplace, missing out and more auctions, heartbreaking auctions, going more open for inspection and bidding more for properties that you don't even like that much at all. And when you can buy here today at $1,370,000 now, at 1,370 here. At $1,370,000 now on the right hand side, Box Hill North. Very blue chip suburb, ladies and gentlemen, within the Box Hill High School zone. Think about how much you can save on private school fees, and the location, ladies and gentlemen, close to public transport, so you never need to drive a car again. At $1,370,000 here on the right hand side. At $1,370,000 now, sir. What do you say? Going to have to call it 3 times now. First score now at $1,370,000. Second call now at $1,370,000. For the third and final call at $1,370,000. In the out now. Gonna let me know now. At 1,370 now. All done. All finished. All silent. At $1,370,000, sir. Shaking the head now. Man, looks like you're in the box seat, and you could potentially be getting ready to celebrate and get ready to miss out now. Underbidders here in the back at 1,370 now. At $1,370,000. Thank you for your patience, man. If we were selling your property, too, we'll be doing the same thing. We're just going to make sure all the buyers are 71's 1,371. At $1,371,000. I thought you had it in the bag. Ma'am, I think if you go 1,375, that should do it here. And there should be no further bids from the crowd here today at 1,370. Another one, 1,372, sir. What do you say? At 1,372. The ones don't seem to be working. It always just tempts the other buyer back in at 1,372. Everyone has $1,000 to bid here at 1,372. At $1,372,000 here in the front here, standing next to Danny. Good for that last bid, and you can tell your friends that you purchased this prime property here today on a $1,000 increment at 1,372. At $1,372,000, sir. Are you sure you're out now at 1,372? You want to try lucky last bid here at 1,372, at $1,372,000. I think whoever goes straight to 80 will have the property. Or you can try 75 if that's closer to the budget. At $1,372,000 now. What do you say, Jim? Mum says she's out. Mum says she's out. Gotta listen to yourself. Sometimes a man needs to make their own decisions for the family and for themselves. Don't have to listen to mum. Let's go, sir. What do you say? 1,372. At 1,372,000. Thank you for your participation. Looks like you're in the box seat, man. Get ready to celebrate. Get ready to miss out, sir. At $1,372,000 now. Gonna call final 3 more times and be selling away here. First call now, $1,372,000. Second call now, $1,372,000. For the third and final call now at $1,372,000. On behalf of the team at Buxton, Box Seal, Jim and I have been the selling agents for this property, and we look forward to talking to you after the auction. We're at $1,372,000. This property is selling. This property is selling. This property is. Put your hands together to the new purchaser. This property is sold. Congratulations. Commiserations to the bidders. Thank you for attending another Buxton auction. Hopefully we'll see you around. Thank you.
我们开始了，结束。